This is Bofades, and he is stuck in ZF until he earns 1 million gold from this dungeon and this dungeon alone. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the series where we are farming ZF until we earn 1 million gold. Today's episode is going to cover runs 161 through 170. Before we get started, let's see what we sold overnight. Alright, a lot of trade goods as usual. Looks like we made 1,492 gold. That is a lot of mage weave cloth. Thick leather bringing in the most gold overnight. Let's go ahead and get all this in the bags. And it looks like we're going to start today at 121,820 gold. And that is the official amount that we're going to start today. We didn't sell anything overnight across the warband. Before we get started, I'd like to take a look at a few comments. The first one says, have you thought about getting the BFA Heart of Azeroth necklace and using the Long Strider upgrades to try and make a speed set? So yes, I have 12 other druids, and I would say 7 or 8 of them have that setup. And why I selected Bofades for this challenge in this YouTube channel is still a mystery to me, other than the fact that I think he was the closest to ZF. So, and since I decided to trap myself here, I haven't been able to leave to go get the necklace and to get the Long Strider gear. Plus, it's such a pain to go through that, and I've already done it 7 or 8 times, that it is what it is, you know? Next comment says, hi, I am Rosaletta. So I was joined by another druid at the end of yesterday's episode, and the druid's name was Rosaletta. And I made a comment encouraging her or him to say hi in the comments. Now, I have no way of verifying that this is actually Rosaletta, but if it is, hello and welcome to the channel. Last comment says, ah, damn, too bad this is retail. Can you imagine trying to farm 1 million gold in Classic or 1 million gold in Hardcore? Having said that, I am becoming more interested in Hardcore as the days go by. So that might end up being something that we add to my suite of challenges that might happen here on this channel and on Socrates' channel. All right, with the comments out of the way, let's go ahead and eat our fried bonefish. Let's start up Loot Appraiser, and let's try to get out of this slump today, shall we? Protector Arm Guards, our first green that dinged. So I mentioned in a previous video that I'm kind of like enjoying my, quote, summer off. And this person asked me if I'm a teacher. Vanguard, breastplate, let's go. So professionally, education is the industry or the field that I've spent many years working in. It's what my PhD is in. But as far as my primary gig goes, there it is. There it is. We got it. Square holders. Only took 161 runs. Anyway, as far as my primary gig goes, my friend and I, we own a publishing house, Venom Shroud Mask. And I've also written like 12 books, which I don't think are worth mentioning here because they have nothing to do with this channel or what I'm doing with this challenge. Griffin Mail Breastplate. Tyrant's Chest Piece. Venom Shroud Arm Guards. So I hope this series isn't painting transmog farming in a bad light. Typically, when you watch a channel that specializes in transmog farming, they kind of give it to you in like chunks after the fact. Like their videos show you mailbox openings or, you know, what they made over the course of like 60 days. And the day-to-day grind and the slow sells and everything that I'm showing you on this channel might not be as exciting as seeing like 1 million gold clean out in a mailbox, which I think is adding an element of reality to this whole thing. Ooh, Tyrant's leg plates. And sometimes reality is just, you know, not exciting. Another pair of Tyrant's leg plates. Wow. I think it feels like Bofades is out of his slump. Reality is just, you know, it is what it is, right? Witch Doctor's Cane. We got a bunch of these. Bloodforged leg plates. Getting a lot of good leg plates today. Bloodforged chest piece. First round of vendoring, 362 gold. Bone Link wall shield. Bonecaster's vest. Warbringer shield. Highborn cord. Bloodforged shield. Khan's leg guards. Bonecaster's sarong. Magnificent cloak. Griffin mail gauntlets. Bloodforged helmet. I realized that I didn't explain the summer break context of that person's question. So my business partner and I, we come from education. Like our background is like teaching, principal, instructional coach, stuff like that. And since we work for ourselves and we both have school-aged children, we kind of just take off in the summers. Now, we do have some tasks and some like little things that we have to do over the course of our summers, but a lot of that can be done from a laptop or a phone, you know, wherever, whenever. Bloodwoven wraps, Tyrant shield, Bloodforged helmet. Last round of vendoring before we're done, 356 gold. Warden's wizard hat. Khan's helmet. Alright guys, that does it for these 10 runs. I'm going to spend a little bit of time cleaning up my bags. I'll be right back. Alright guys, after vendoring quite a bit of stuff and disenchanting a lot of things, this is what we're left with. We only got 21 Greater Eternal Essence from this. 3 fish today though. So according to Loot Appraiser, our top item is the Vanguard Breastplate, which we will take a look at right now. This is what it looks like. As you can see, there are 110 across US realms, 8,900 on the low end, 149k as a median. And there are 6 on Moonguard. That's also where the lowest one is. But as you can see, it jumps very quickly from 8,900 to 28k. This is a pretty good item. I'm not sure why Undermine Exchange is not showing population right now. Our second best item, according to Loot Appraiser, are the Tyrant's leg plates. They look like this. 157 across US realms, 500 gold on the low end, 55k median. So we have Storm Rage, Moonguard, Area 52 in the top 5 here. So this would be an item that Loot Appraiser is going to bait you on when you come in here. It's not an amazing item, but on a medium or a low pop, it could go for up to, 10k, 15k. Our next best item, according to Loot Appraiser, is the Bonecaster's Vest. Looks like this. 107 across US realms, 5,000 on the low end, 106k as a median. So 5,000 on Asgalore, and then it starts jumping up from there. If you don't want to spend a lot of time analyzing this, basically you take this, you filter it by price, get it by the low end on the top, right? And then basically you could be safe to post it for about midway on this little screen here, this little page. So like posting it for 32k or less would make sense on this item. But as always, it depends on where you post it, right? And then the actual big drop of the day is the ancient design for the square holders. They look like this. Some cool glasses. 171 across US realms, 10,000 on the low end, 99k or 100k I guess you could say for the median. And all these prices are pretty solid. What I'm not going to do is post this somewhere where I'm competing with a ton of other people, but also on a realm that actually has people, right? So I'm going to have to spend some time figuring that out later. We ended these 10 runs with a 1.1 million gold looted item value. And as you can see, what's left in my bags is not going to be 1.1 million. I did save some other things of note, like the Witch Doctor's Cane. A few of these shields are pretty good. Tyrant stuff is good. Bloodforge stuff is good. But yeah, it's not going to be 1.1 million, and I think we all know that. But I think it's safe to say that Bofades here might have ended his slump today. These runs were pretty solid, so that's kind of exciting. So I'm going to get this stuff posted or sent off to his warband. And as always, if you enjoy this sort of content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Your engagement really helps out with small channels like mine. And until next time, take care. See you soon.